Hello student, today we are going to design a complete single page website. In the previous class I have shown you how you can create a basic simple website of multiple pages, but in this class I am going to create a website of a single page. That will be a single page website, right? So there are generally two types of website: multiple page websites and single page websites. So before I show you how you can design a complete single page website, let us discuss about that what is the basic difference between these two types of websites. So let us first talk about the multiple pages website, right? So you can see in the multiple pages website, multiple pages, that means more than one pages, right? So more than one pages will be there in a given website, and all the pages will be linked with one and another using the navigation bar. So there could be 4 pages, 40 pages, 100 pages, or even more pages. So as per the requirement arises, there could be a number of pages, and all the pages will be linked using the navigation bar, or you can say in HTML we use the anchor tag to create hyperlink between more than one pages. By using the menu, user can access all the pages, so that is called navigation bar. So by the navigation bar, all the pages will be interlinked with each other by making menus and sub menus. So this is the funda of using the multiple pages websites, right? But what is the difference between the multiple pages website and single pages websites? So this is what about the multiple pages website that we have discussed now. So let us talk about the single page website. So by this diagram you can simply understand a single page website will just have a single page, but that page will be long enough to accommodate all the data, right? So unlike the multiple pages website, in multiple pages the size, that is the length of the page, could be smaller because you can have multiple pages to accommodate the data content. So you can divide the pages with the data content, and you can make a number of pages to link with one and another pages. But in case of single page website, there will be a single page only, and in that particular page all the data will be there. So the height of the page will be longer, much longer, comparing with the height of the multiple pages website. You can see there will also be the navigation bar, or you can say the menu bar, but slight difference would be there between the navigation, that is the navigation bar, or you can say the menu bar, which will be used in the case of creating the multiple pages website and the single page website. The difference is that by using the navigation bar, the user can access all the section, all the subdivided section, but all the section will be in a single page. So user can move from one section to other section. As I told you, the length of the website will be long enough, so the navigation bar will help the user to reach the exact section for the intended data. So this is how single page will be subdivided into number of section, and user can move from one page, or you can say in a same page, from one section to another section using the navigation bar. So we are going to design a single page website in this class, but let me inform you one thing, that why and when we are going to use the multiple pages website and the single pages website. So the multiple pages websites are normally used when we have a large data to fit in the website, so that if all those data has to be accommodated in a single page, the length of the page could be much longer, right? In case when we have to create a pages or a website with a limited amount of data or limited amount of content, include picture, video, textual or any other document, which is very very limited, then we can use a single page website to accommodate all the content in a given single page. Because if the page length will be much more longer, then it will take enough time to load in the user browser. So when we access the page, the loading time matters a lot. In case of more than enough data to be kept in a single page, it will take longer period of loading time. So when we access any website from the Google browser, then it takes time to load the content in your browser. The time depends on the amount of data or the weightage of the data that is present there in the given website. So when we access any given page, so that is the load of the page that takes time to get those data downloaded in your browser. So in case of very heavy websites, it is advised to have multiple pages to subdivide the content as per the requirement arises to access to those sections by the user using the navigation bar. But in case you have limited data, in that case you did not require to break the limited data into multiple pages. In that case you can simply accommodate or gather all the information in a single page. You can subdivide the single page into the number of sections so that user can access all the data in a single page only. Okay, so depending on the requirement, you will decide that which kind of website you are going to design. Will it be a single page website or the multiple page website? So it has to be decided by the user, by the designer, and also by the owner of the website. So it is required to have a meeting between the owner and the designer before you decide to create that which type of website as a designer, as a web designer, you are going to prepare, right? So I hope I have successfully made you understand that why and when you have to design these two various types of template, either single page template or multiple page template. It totally depends on the data that will be accommodated in the website and also the decision of the owner. So you have to explain the owner of the website that maximum data can take much longer time if you create a single page template. So if the data is more, you can subdivide the data into multiple pages. If the data is not enough, if you think the data can be accommodated in a single page, then it is fine enough. You can make it a single page website so that the website user can access the data easily through the navigation bar by subdividing the section and accessing the data, exact data, using the menu bar right from the single page. So let us start without wasting enough time. Let me start creating the website using the HTML and CSS. So let us start. So you can see here is my text editor. I am using NetBeans text editor. Let me start writing the HTML code. So first I am going to use the root HTML tag, then head. Under the head we will have the body, we will also have the title. So in the title, this website we are going to prepare, that will be of Rabindranath Tagore. So I have collected some information of Rabindranath Tagore. So here you can see in this information file I have collected some information. Here is the image folder. In this image folder I have collected some image. I have downloaded some image from the Google for the great person Rabindranath Tagore. And so the title I will give Rabindranath Tagore, right? So now inside the body, the first thing is that we have to create the header portion. Inside the header we are going to create the navigation bar. So let us start. We are going to use the div concept, right? So we are going to use the ID selector. Let us name this as header, right? So let us write the style opening tag, style closing tag. So we are going to use the inline styling, right? So I will call the header selector by using the hash indicate ID selector, and this is the name of the selector. Here I have named the selector. So we are writing the CSS for this div, right? So I will write first width property. So how much width? So let's say we are going to give with the width of 70%, right? So the width will be 70%. So height will be, let's say, 70 px, right? Or let us take it 60 px. Border 1 px solid black, right? So this is what we have created. So let us see the output, how it appears. You can see in this folder, this is my file name index.html, which I am writing over index.html. So if I go and check it, so you can see how the output will look like. This is how the div is created, right? So now here I will write margin left 15%. So you can see I have written margin left 15%. So if I write margin left 15%, you can see the width is 70%, right? 70% width, margin left 15%, and another 15% is left here, right? So now I told you that I have taken border, so let me deduct 1 px of the border from the margin left. I can write margin left 15% minus 1 px. So what we have done over here, let us see. Same, it will look same, just 1 px border that I have deducted from the width. Now inside the this header div, I am going to create the navigation bar, simple looking navigation bar. So I will take the unordered list, then list. Using the unordered list, we are going to create the navigation bar, right? So you can see. So I will take some information. So let me open the information. So how many pages? We will take just 4 menu, home page, then this will be about Tagore page, right? And here will be a page called gallery, right? These are the menu, right? Not page, menu. Single page will be there. And the last one is contact us menu. So 4 menu we are going to create. 4 menus we are going to create, right? So let me see how it appears. So this is how it appears. Now first thing I will do, here I will write the CSS for the unordered list. So we are going to write the CSS for the unordered list. You can see under the header we have taken the UL, that is this UL. So under the header we have got this UL, so that is how I have written. Under the header we have got the UL, and for this UL we are going to write the CSS. So what will be the CSS. So I will give background color, right? So background color will be, this will be the background color. Let's see how it appears. This is how it appears, right? Now I will give a size to it. So width, how much width? Let's say the width will be 480px. So width will be 480px. So let's see how it appears. So 480px width, this much width I have taken. So another thing, see, from the top it has some space, so that is margin space. I will write margin 0px. So I have removed the margin, right? So you can see now the margin has been removed, right? Also you can see we have this much space over here, so I want to remove that space. So that is padding, right? Padding space, padding 0px, right? So you can see the padding will be removed now. So padding has been removed, right? Now I will give height. So how much height? I will write here. So how much height? Height will be same as this, sorry, 60px. So here I will write 60px. So 60px, that will be the height. So let me show you 60px height, right? So now I will write the CSS for this list item. So how to write the CSS? Very simple way, you can see. So you can see over here, just inside the header we have got the unordered list. Inside the unordered list we have got this 4 list item, right? So you can see inside header we have got unordered list, and just inside the unordered list we have got the list item, that is li. So for this li you are going to write the CSS over here. So first thing we are going to do, that is we are going to remove this bullet style. So these are called list style. So we are going to remove the style. To make it remove, I will write none. By just simply writing list style none, you can see all the style will be removed, right? Now I will do one thing. I will write float left. You can see all the menu appeared one after another vertically. So I want to get this one after another, but not vertically, horizontally, like this. To make it like that, I will write float left, float left. So I have written float left. Now you can see over here. So all the list item appeared one after another, but in horizontal way. So now I have to make it in such a way that it will appear like the menu. So I will give width. I will now write the width CSS property for each of those list items. So each of those list item will be having the width property. How much width? Let's say, see, the width of the UL, that is the width of this UL, that is 480px. In this UL we have, you can see, we have 4 menus. So we have to divide 480px divided by 4. So if I divide 480px by 4, each of the menu will have a width of 120px, right? So you can see now each li will have a width of 120px, right? Now see, you can see, right? Now you can see all the menu has started from the margin left, right? I want to make it align at the center. I will simply write here text align center. So after I have written text align center, you can see all the menu appeared right at the horizontal center, but not vertical center. Now I will get it to the vertical center here at this position. To get it at the vertical center, I will simply write here that display flex, right? No, I need not require to write display flex. I will just write line height. So I am going to use the line height CSS property, but how much line height value I should apply so that it will appear right at the vertical center? That is the important question. How much line height value I should apply to this list, that is li, to get this menu appear right at the vertical center? So it will be same as the height of the container. The line height of this UL will be same as the height of this UL container. So let me see the height of this container UL. So the height of the UL container, that is 60. So same, the line height of the list will be 60 px, same. The height will be equal to the line height of the li. So you can see now all of this will appear right at the center, right? Now I will just increase the font size. I will increase. You can see I will make it 18 px, right? So I will make it 18 px. Now let us see. So this is how it looks after increasing the font size. Now what I will do, I will use the hover effect, right? Here I will write. Now I have explained many times before that why do we need to use the hover effect. So if user get the mouse on any given object, there will be some changes. So when user will get the mouse over this menu, there will be some changes of CSS property, right? So that is how you can use the hover effect, right? So you can see before the hover this will be the CSS property, but after user bring the mouse over this li, that is list item, that is the menu, then I will just change the background. So I will write the background color will be, right? You can see now. So you can simply see over here. So by using the hover effect, I will just apply the background color. In initial stage, this list does not have any background color, right? So list does not have any background color. This S color background that we are observing, that is the background color of the UL that you can see over here. So li does not have any background color, but if user hover, that means if user bring the mouse over this menu, over the li, that is over this all those four menu, then the background will be this color, right? Let us see how it looks. See, right? So now I will use the anchor tag. So I am using the anchor tag. So you can see so let me use the anchor tag. So in the href I have not mentioned any anything over here, right now I have not mentioned anything right here, but I have created the anchor tag. So after creating this anchor tag, okay, inside this list I have created this anchor tag. So what will be the output? You can see, as I told you, that if you anchor tag, as because inside the anchor all these text are enclosed. So you can see inside the anchor the text are enclosed. So those text will have this property. The property is that the color will change. The color will be, you can see, blue color, and it will have an underline. So to change this color and to remove the underline, we have to simply write here a text decoration none. So text decoration none. So we do not want any text decoration to have for the anchor tag, right? So you can see the underline or the underlines which was there previously have been removed. So text decoration will none, that will remove all the underline, right? Another thing I will write, color white. So color will be white, that means text color. So you can see, so all the text has been enclosed inside the anchor tag. So whatever text will be there inside the anchor tag, by default all those text color was blue previously but now I have written inside the anchor tag that all those text should be white. Whichever text that will be enclosed, inside the anchor tag, those text will appear white. Now you can see all the text appearing white, right? So now we are going to take a logo here. So inside the header, you can see at this side we have the menu, and the right side we are going to have a logo. So let us have a logo. So just under this we will have a logo. So to add the logo I will take div, right? So I will name this as logo. So you can see logo. So now we are going to write the CSS here. So how much width I will take? Let me take the width of 120 px, right? And height, how much height? Height will be not more than 60 px, right? Because 60 px, that is also the height of header. So that will be placed inside the header at the right position here. So the height should be matching with the height of the header. It should not exceed, right? The height of the logo should not exceed the height of this div, that is the header div. So the height will be same as the header div. So width and height I have taken. Also I will write border 1 px black. But now after I have added the border, so you can see, first thing let me show you that after I have added this border, we have to remove the height of the border, that is left right height. And for the height I have to remove top and bottom border. In the height portion I have to remove top border and bottom border. So if I remove top border 1 px, bottom border 1 px, so I have to make it 58 px. And in this case if I had to remove left border and right border, then I have to make it 118 px, right? So fine. So I have removed. Now I will do one thing. So this div I have to place right at this position. To do that I have to give instruction to this UL, that is inline, not an inline element. The unordered list by default it is in block element. So I have to shift the in block property to inline property. So I will give instruction to this unordered list, that this unordered list should allow any other object to get its position into its place. And also I have to give instruction to this div, that this div by default has the property of in block element. So this div is in block element. So what does the in block element do? In block element will never going to allow any other object to share its position, right? So as because this is in block element, I have to give instruction to this div also, that you should allow other div to share its position, and also you need to share the position along with the unordered list in a same header. How to do that? Simple code I will write here. So for the logo div I will write here float right. So now I have given instruction that you should float at right, and also you need to change the property from the in block element to inline element. Now you are not going to be a in block element anymore. Now you are simply going to be a inline element, and you should float at the right side, right? Now I will give instruction to this unordered list, right? Now here I will write float left, right? So that means I have also given instruction to this unordered list, that kindly shift your property from the in block property to in block property, and you should float at the left position, right? You should float at the left position. So if I now go and refresh, now you can see this logo div has been fitted right side of this header, properly fitted in the exact position where I wanted it to get fitted, right? Now inside the logo div I will add a picture. So what picture? Let me find a picture. Here I'm going to write, let's say, background image, URL, now let us find a image. So there are many images, okay, so let me get an image. So here let me find which image I should take. I do have here many images. Which images will be good to put here, and which image will appear as a logo? So to get it as a logo picture, I need to have a proper image, rectangular shape image, rectangular shape. So to find a rectangular shape image, so let me put this image. Let's see, banner, this banner, will it work or not? I will check. So banner.avif, this is the file. Let me see. Now another thing we have to add here, that is background size. And background repeat, no repeat. So you can see, so we have got the logo, and this is how it has fitted, right? So now I will do one thing. So you can see at the UL we have given a background color. So I will remove the background color from here, and I will keep this background color at here. So now header has the background color, not the UL. So simply you can see the changes. UL does not have any background color, header has the background color. So this is the UL, and but this is full header. So if I go and refresh, you can see header has the background color. So UL does not have any background color, neither the li. So only if I do the hover over the menu, that time the li will have a background color. So now I will do one thing. I will make all this black color looking border transparent. So to do that, in the black color border, that will be replaced by transparent. So you can see what I have done over here, and you can see in the logo also have a background color black, that will be transparent, right? So you can see, so without border, this is how it looks, the menu. Okay, so now you can see some space at the top. This is body margin, some space at the top, that is body margin. So body also has some margin. I will just write body margin 0px. So I will remove the body margin. Body margin will be 0px, right? Body margin 0px. So after I do this, you can see the body margin has been removed. So you can see this header fit to the top of the browser, right? So you can see another thing. Let me explain you why I have used background size 100% and background repeat no repeat. So if I remove this, now I have removed those two lines. I have just simply written background image, and I have specified the location of the exact image. So if I do and refresh, you can see only this portion is shown. So that means the size of the picture is much more than the div size that we have accommodated it in that header. So the logo div size is smaller, much smaller than the size of the picture. So for that, the first thing I have to do, see, so here I have written background size should match 100% height with the logo picture size, and the background size also need to match with the 100% width of the logo picture div. So that means this background must match its 100% height and 100% width with the image, where the image which I have located in the background image. So the div background size, that will be matches with the image size, right? This is why I have written this code. So let me write 50 over here. If I write 50 and 50, then we can observe 50-50, that means 50% height and 50% width. So let us see. Can you see? One picture has taken the size of 50% height and 50% width. In total we have 4 pictures. So by itself picture has repeated until it occupies full space. So the picture size I have given smaller, 50% width and 50% height. So if that will be the size of one picture, then in this logo div it can accommodate 4 separate picture, not separate, same picture 4 times. So that is why the picture has repeated itself. So it has taken 4 picture to cover up this div. So if I simply write here background repeat, no repeat, that means I have given instruction to the logo div that the background which is applied, that should not be repeated. Background should not be repeated. There will be only one background picture, right? Same background picture need not require to be repeated. Repetition is the default habit of background picture. Whenever you will take a background picture, repetition will happen to occupy the full space of the container. So I have stopped the repetition by writing this code. So let me show you. So you can see only one picture. So in this size, so let me show you the size of the logo div. So what is the size of the logo div? If I simply write here background color black, so now you can I have given background color for the logo div so that you can see the full size. Now you can see this black color is the height and width for the logo div. So and this image size I have given 50% width and 50% height, right? That is why this much height and width it has taken. And as because I have also stopped the repetition process, the image has not repeated. Otherwise there would have been 4 images, same image, repetition would have been 3 times more. So in total there would have been 4 images. So I have stopped the repetition. So if I write here 100%, so 100% and also no repeat, that means no repetition and 100% height and width. So you can see simply the picture will be staged and it will take full size, that is 100% width and 100% height, right? So I need not require this black background because I have hidden the logo div by the picture. So I did not require to add now those black color background. Fine. Now see, just under this header, this is the header, under the header I will create another div. Now here I will write HOME, home div. So let me write the CSS for home div. Home div. So you can see for the home div I am going to write the CSS. So how much height, how much width should I take for this home div? So I want the home div should appear in this, the full home div should appear in this scheme without getting any portion deducted. So if I write here width, %, height 100%, and border 1px black. So let's see how it appears. Will it be enough? So one thing that is quite clear, that also I need to give margin because I have to set this div which I have created by the name home div. Should the alignment must matches with the alignment, that is the alignment of the navigation bar, or the you can say the header portion. So from this portion the alignment should start for the home div. So here I'll write margin left 115%, right? So same margin I have given for the header, right? Now you can see same margin I have given for both the header and also for the mid div. That is how it is started. But also I need to deduct the margin, right? So how to deduct the margin? Let me show you. So you can see what I have written. I have deducted margin. So let me just copy this one. So 1px border left, that I have deducted from the margin, and this is how it appears now. Fine. But one thing, see, we have a scroll bar, right? We just have a scroll bar. You can see some portion is behind, or you can say some portion is hidden, some portion of the home page, some portion of the home section we just now have created is got under the scroll, right? That has gone under the scroll. So height I will write height will be 100% minus how much? Height of the header. What is the height of the header? 60px, right? What is the border width? Top border width 1px, bottom border width, that is also 1px. So in total 62px, right? And now you can see this home div also has a border. Top border 1px, bottom border 1px. That means another 2px. Total 64px, right? 64px we are going to deduct. So let's see how it appears. So let me see, first show you. This is the vertical bar we have. Now if I go and refresh, you can see the vertical bar has been removed, because now this home section has been fully fitted. The home section has been fully fitted with the skin, right? So now here I will add background image. So background image that we have added, let us see how it looks. So can you see? So the background size is much bigger, right, than the size of this div. So we have to add this thing. I will go and simply add. You can see this line of code. This line of code I have added, you can see now. So now if I go and check out here, now you can see the background size fitted in the home page. Now here I will remove the black color, I will make it transparent, right? Fine. Now so here we have got the home div. So inside the home div I will write something. I will take h1 heading to write something. Here I will write, let me write here some information I will take. So this thing I will write over there. Okay. So now inside the heading if I write Rabindranath Tagore won the Nobel Prize for Literature, right? So I will do one thing. I will also add a break line BR. So let us see how it looks now. You can see this is how it looks. Now I want to get those line, these two lines right at the center. How to get those line right at the center? So inside the home div I will keep this h1 heading. So inside the home div here, I will write display flex. Under this I will write, under the display flex, align items right center, right. So now you can see how it looks. Yes, right. So vertical center, we have get it to the vertical center. Now I will write the CSS for the heading. So you can see just inside the home div we have got the h1 heading, and for the h1 heading I am going to write the CSS. So I will write the width will be 100%, right. Background color, that will be red, and alignment of text, so I am also setting the alignment of text, that will be center. You can see 3 CSS property with value I have declared. The width will be 100%, that means full screen width. Full screen means on the respective height of the container div, that is the home div, and the color will be red, and the text align will be center. So 3 changes will take place. So three changes: red color background, height has been 100%, and text alignment has been aligned right to the center. Now I will use a separate font to show this. So for that I need to download some font. I have already downloaded font, so the font that I have downloaded I will get it from here. So this font I have downloaded, you can see. Okay, so just keep it inside this folder, and you can see inside the font folder we have this font. I will be using this font. Okay, so here I will write so we are creating the font face. So first thing to do, that is font family. I will write here design. So I use a defined name I have given, that is design. Now I have to locate the font. How to locate the font? src url inside the font folder I have got the font, right. So you can see how to locate. So this is how you can locate. So I have created the font face. I have called the font family member function. I have created user defined name to call the font family member, and font family member is also a member of the font face that I have created, and this font face will just use the font from this location, right, and that will be incorporated in my program. Let's see. So in the heading I will write font family name design. So here I am calling the font family member, and so design I have written h1 heading style design. So let me show you how it appears. So this is how it appears, right. I can also change the color. See, I have also changed the color. You can also hover effect like this. So you can simply write here the background color, that will be black. Okay, so if if you want to make this changes of CSS slower, so you can just simply write here that duration of transition that will take place to 1 second. So the transition duration will take place to 1 second. I can also apply the same to the hover, that is here duration time 1 second. You can see now, just watch. So if I bring the mouse over this Rabindranath Tagore text, slowly the color is changing. That you can see, very slowly the color is changing. So you can see okay, so here also color is changing. So you can see the color is changing. So here this thing I have to write. So okay, okay, so let us see how it looks now. Okay, so you can see the text color is changing from white to yellow, and background color is changing from red to black. Okay, see, all the transition time is taking till 1 second, so it is not happening instantly. Previously you can see, if I just remove this transition duration, now this time you can just check out. If I bring my mouse cursor over this text, just color is changing without taking any time. Just in the initial process the color is changing without taking any time. Instant change of color. But if I add this CSS code transition duration 1 second, that means this changes of color property will take time till 1 second. So that you can see slowly changing. So right, I hope you have understood. Now just under the home div I am going to create another div, right? So here I will just go and name this div as about, only about, simply I will write here about div. So let me write the CSS for the about div over here. So what will be the CSS for the about div which I have created? If I just copy all the CSS from the home div, okay, so I have copied all the CSS from the home div, I paste it over here, and I will do certain changes. Okay, so the thing will be remain same, that is margin left will be same, height will be same, not the height but the width will be same, height will not be same, height will be changing, right? Now the height will be 100%, right? 100%, but I will deduct 4px for the border width. So 4px, why 4px? Because top border and bottom border, right? Top border and bottom border for this about us div, and also no other div is there, only 2px I have to deduct. So I will just deduct this border, top border 1px, bottom border 1px, so 2px. Height will be 100%. Let me show you how it appears. So I will also remove the picture, right? So you can just go through what I have written. Margin left 15% minus 1px, width will be 70%, height will be 100% minus 2px. 2px why I have directed, because we have border, so border surrounded in each and every side, right? So 2px y, that is top border 1px, bottom border 1px, right? That I have directed here 2px. So let me see. So I have to first make it black, so otherwise transparent border can't be seen. So you can see I have a bar, that is a vertical bar. So now I have to scroll this bar down. Now you can see this is the about div which I have created. So inside the about div, here I will write some information inside the paragraph tag, right? So if I write some information inside the paragraph tag, so how that should be written, so let me just copy some information. Okay, so this information I'm going to copy. Okay, so now I will put it over here. So okay, inside the paragraph. So this much information I have copied. Some more information I will copy here. So here, after writing to break line, that is where, I will just go and paste it out here, that you can see. So just inside the P we have two line. I will take another to beer and beer, right? So you can see here I will take another line. So I'm just writing all thing over here. So okay, information I have collected, those information I am keeping it over here. So let me show you how it looks. I will show you later. So first let me copy all this thing. Right now, beer. First I will copy all the information. Just fine. So finally I have added all the information. So now I will show you how it looks. See, so this much information we have, right? Now I will make it to a proper way of writing so that it will look good, right? So it is not looking very nice right now, it is not looking very pleasant. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to write the CSS for the paragraph. So here, right? So to write the CSS for the paragraph, what I've done over here, so under this about div we have got the paragraph. Under the about div we have got the paragraph. So I'm writing the CSS for this paragraph. So here I will write the font size. I will increase the font size. The font size that will be increased, right? So how much font size I should give over here? Let's say 18px. Okay, and another thing I'm going to do, that is alignment of text, that will be justified. So another thing, width will be, let's say 80%. So let's see how it appears. So you can see this is how it appears. So now some more thing I will do, I will get it right at the center. To get it right at the center, So inside the about us, if I write display flex, right, and align item center, that means you can see align item center. So you can see the alignment is at the vertical center, right? So whatever content I am going to keep inside this about div, that align will at the vertical center. So those item will occupy the vertical center position. Why? Because inside the about us I have written this thing, display flex, then align item content. This will make it the align at the vertical center. Now how can I make it to the horizontal center? So I'll write justified content center. So if you write justified content right at the center, so center will make all the content appear at the center position. So this is how it looks now, right? So now if you want to add the background color, so for the about div, so you can do so. Here I will write background. So I want to add two colors. To do that, you will just write, instead of using one color, I will put two separate color and I will mix those in a gradient look. So what CSS property I have declared, background image. So background image is not that I am taking an image, right? I am not taking any image, but this CSS property also can be used to apply the background color in linear gradient or in radial gradient formation. Okay, so two or more color can be mixed, right? Two or more color can be mixed, that I am going to show you. So two color that I will put it over here, that is one color will be, let's say this one, right, and another color will be, let's say, so let me show you how it appears. Now if I go and check out, now you can see this is the color, right? So let me change the color and I will do one thing. I will write here the direction will be to left, right? To left, that is to left. This is the direction, to left. Okay, to left bottom. So how will it look? Let me see, let me show you. So this is how it looks. You can see I have applied the direction. You can also do same. You can see the combination of two color, how it looks. Now I will do one thing. I will add some space. How to add some extra space? This is the syntax that you can use to add some extra space. So before each line I will add extra space, this much extra space. So let me show you. So I am applying those some extra space. Okay, so just go and check. Okay, you can see extra space, this much space I have added to each and every line. So this will be the about space. So another thing I may add over here, that is strong HTML tag. Here I will write this will be shown as a heading, right? And after that there will be line. Okay, for this strong tag I will apply the CSS, inline CSS I will apply, just style inline CSS. I will just increase font size. The font size will be, let's say, 24 px font size. Okay, and I will also add the font family. I will call this font, the font which I have declared here, this font only I will call by this name, design, right? So if I write here font family design, okay, then you can see how it looks. Okay, this is how it looks, right? So now I will just remove the border. I will make it transparent border. This about us border I will make it a transparent one. Okay, so now you can also change the color for the you can change the color for the paragraph, right? Color tag, use the color tag, color property, and find a color from here. Any color you can find. So if I put this color, how will it look? Let me see how will it looks. Okay, is it looking good? To have this color I need to do some changes over here. So here I need to do some changes. So here I will write this code. Let me see. So now it looks okay, right? So fine. This is the menu, or you can also do one thing, you can add this color to, let us see how it looks. This is also okay, fine. Now here, so I have done two sections. The first section is home, second section is about, and just below the about I will create another section, right? Gallery. Here in the gallery section I will write id equal to gallery, right? So id equal to gallery. So just another gallery section. First let me write the CSS for the gallery. I will write the CSS for the gallery. So okay, so this thing will be common, right? So these few lines will be common, this, okay. So the gallery will have margin left this much, because alignment will be same, width will be same, height that will be same, and border initially we will make it black, later we will just go and make it transparent, right? And also we can add a background color if required. This color we are going to add in the background, right? So you can just go through the CSS property, right? Margin left, this is margin left, margin then width, height, border, and background color. So let us see how it looks now. See, this is how it looks. We are going to make it a gallery, and so white, it will look white color, right? So now here inside this gallery div we will take images by the image tag img src equal to then ALT. If image is not found, it will show us message not found. Alright, now here we are going to take the image, so let us add images, right? So I will add all the images. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? 8, and then after 8 it will be 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. So this many images, right? All these images we have in that folder, so I just have added the location, and now I will write the width and height for the images here. Okay, so under the gallery we have the image, right? And for all the images I am going to write the width and height. So width, how much width, and how much will be the height. So if I add 4 images, then accordingly we have to add the width. So let's say the width will be 22%, right? So let's say this will be the width, and height will be 40, or let's say 300 px, right? So instead of making it 22%, I will use the calc method. Here I will write, here I am going to write 25% minus 25% minus 40 px, right? So why I have written 25% minus 40 px width? Because I will add margin left of 50 px. So just see, margin left 50 px. Here I have deducted 25% and 40 px have deducted, but I have taken margin left of 50 px. So let me first go and check it out how it looks. So this is how it looks. 3 images we have. I told you I should have 4 images. So 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 and 5 into 40, 5 into 50. So just calculate 5 into 50, that will be 250. So it should be 40 and this should be 50. So, okay, so I just have altered, okay, the value I have just altered. I will explain it to you. So you can see margin left 40 px, width I have given 25% minus 50 px. So let me explain this thing to you. So just go and check it out over here. See, I wanted to add 4 picture, right? So that I have done. I have added 4 picture, right? That is why I have given 25%. 100 divided by 4, that is 25%, right? Because I wanted to add 4 picture in a single row. But why I have deducted 50 px? Just see over here, this side, 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 spaces will be there, right? If I add 4 picture, there will be 5 spaces. So that means 5 spaces of same margin. What will be the margin? 40 px. Now calculate 40 into 5. If you calculate 40 into 5, then how much will be left? 40 into 5, what will be the calculated value? 5 into 40, 200, right? 200 px, 200 px total space, that should be there. So 200 px total space. If 200 space total margin space we have to allow, then for each picture how much margin that you should left from the width of the image, that is 50 px. So you can see 50 px I have left out from the 25%, 50 px. So you can see only I can accommodate 4 picture, right? I can only accommodate 4 picture, right? Each picture is having the size of 25%. You can see this much size is of 25%, right? So margin I have taken, that is, you can see 50 px, 50 px margin, not 50 px, 40 px, 40 px left margin, 40 px left margin, and but I have deducted 50 px. Why? Because 40 40 40 40, how much? 160. Here also 40, this 40, this 40, right side, this 40 px I have added to all 4 images. So 40, that 40 I have added to each images, and it become 50. That is why I have to deduct 50 px as the width, because there will be 5 spaces, right? So extra spaces, the margin of extra spaces has to be deducted, otherwise if I just simply write here 40, so you can see margin left 40 and I have written that 25% minus 40 px, then how would it appear? So how would it appear? Just let us see. We can see it came on next line, right? So I hope you have understood. That is why I have written 50 px, right? Now here you can see width. If you just add the calc to calculate the width over here, then it could be 70 px to be exact minus 1 px of the right margin, right? 1 px right margin also have 1 px. We can see 1 px you have deducted, left margin 1 px we have deducted. Okay, so you can see the border, left border of 1 px we have deducted from the left margin, but right border of 1 px, that we are deducting from the width 1 px, right? So does image have any border? Does image have any border? So that you can check out that image have any border or not. So you can see 4 images we have. Image actually does not have any border, but we can add border to image. Okay, so we are going to add border radius. If we add border radius, let's say 50 px, 20 px, 10 px and 30 px. So if I add this border radius, then how will it look? Let us see. We have added border to the images, right? So let us see. Okay, this is how it looks. Now I need to push it from the top. So top margin I will give top margin. So here I will give the margin top. Let's say margin top will be also of 40 px, right? So margin top will be 40 px. Okay, now you can see I have taken 16 images, so the images exceed the height of the div. So in this case I will just remove the height, so I will stretch the height, so I need not require to mention the height. So if I just remove the height of the gallery div, then automatically you can see the height will be extended, the gallery div height will be extended. Okay, it will be extended till the capacity of containing the object is, these images are the object over here that you can see over here, right? So now we can see we have a space at the top, but we don't have a space at the bottom. So to have some space at the bottom, I will do one thing. In the gallery I will add here padding bottom. So padding bottom, how much? 40 px. It should matches with the 40 px. You can see 40 px padding bottom that I have applied. I have applied 40 px padding bottom for the gallery. This 40 px padding bottom matches with the top margin 40 px of the images, these images. So you can see images have the margin top. Okay, and you can see padding bottom I have also applied 40 px. It matches equally, okay, with the images, right? So if you want, you can apply the hover effect, right, for the images. I will apply the hover effect for the images here. Simply I will write like this, hover, right? So what I will be changing, the CSS property that will be changing this thing. So you can see this border radius will be changed. If user bring the mouse over those images, the border radius will change. This thing will be 20, this thing will be 10, this thing will be 50, this thing will be 50, this thing will be 30. So this is how the border radius will be changed, right? And another thing I will add, opacity I will reduce, right? Opacity will be reduced. Okay, now see, right? Can you see? I can also make this slower. So if I add transition duration 1 second, it will take 1 second for these changes to take place. So instantly it is not it is happening now. Instantly it is happening. If I just go and refresh the browser, so now the CSS which I have applied, the changes will take place. So slowly you can see the changes will take place slowly. So the changes is happening in 1 second. It is not happening instantly. Once the user get the mouse over the picture, it is not happening instantly. It is taking time till 1 second for the CSS to change, right? So I can simply do another thing. I can simply add transition delay 1s. That means the transition will also not start immediately. The transition will start after a delay of 1 second. You can see now, transition will not start immediately. The transition is starting after delay of 1 second, right? So whenever I am getting my mouse over the picture, it is not happening initially. Okay, instant transition is not taking place. After 1 second the transition is taking place. That means after 1 second the CSS property is changing its value. It is taking time of 1 second for the CSS property to change its value, and also it is not starting immediately. It is not starting. Okay, it is starting after delay. Okay, that means immediate effect we can just manipulate the immediate effect of hover effect, immediate hover effect that we can manipulate by adding this transition delay. Transition delay will just stop the CSS, this CSS changes to take into effect, right? To take into effect immediately. So immediately it is not happening. It will start after delay of 1 second, and these changes will take place for 1 second, not immediately. It will take 1 second, and also the operation will start after 1 second, right? Fine. So we can also add the box shadow. we can also add the box shadow. 1, you can see px, or I can make it 2px, 2px, right, 4px black, right. But if you add this box shadow, then there will be a problem in the layout. So you can see, so I have added the box shadow. Once I get my mouse, you can see a shadow is appearing. Can you see the shadow? Box shadow, a dark shadow, right? So the problem I was talking about, that sometimes we may see that the last picture will appear in the next line sometimes. So there, in that case, we have to do some changes of calculation. In this case it is not happening. You can see a shadow appearing at the edge of the picture, right, black color shadow. So fine, so we have completed with the gallery section. Now let us start the contact us section. So at the last here, just you can see, just below the gallery, we are going to add another div. So this div will be contact us div, right, contact us div. So fine, let us write the CSS for the contact us div. So here we are going to write the CSS for the contact us div. So some common property will be there. So here I will copy these few lines of code from the gallery, and I will paste it in the contact us div, right. See, and there will be some changes, right. You can see margin left, that will be same. Padding, let me remove the padding. I will remove the padding in the contact. There should not be any given padding. There, the width, this is the width. I will add the height. I will add the height. The border will be there. Otherwise, so from the gallery I will remove the border. From the gallery I will just, border will be there, I will make it transparent border. Okay, so you can see this border will be transparent. There will be the border, but that will be not visible. We can't see the border. The border will be transparent, right. So fine. Now I was talking that, so we have made the contact, right, div. So margin left, margin width, border black, and also we have given background color. But let us add height. How much height? So the height will be 100% minus 64 px. So for what I have deducted 64 px, let me tell you. First I will show you, right. See, one px top border, 1 px bottom border, right. So 2 px for that, and another 62 px. I will create a footer div under the contact div. I am going to create the footer div here, id equal to footer. So let me write the CSS for the footer div. So you can see here I will write the CSS for the footer div. Okay, this footer div will have this thing. See, margin left will be same, width will be also same, but the height will be 60 px, right. height will be 60 px. Also have a border, so that means 60 px plus footer diff, top border 1 px and bottom border 1 px, total 62 px. This 62 px plus the top border bottom border of the contact diff, that means 62 px plus 2 px, 64 px, that I have deducted from the contactor's diff. Let me show you. So now you can see this is the contactor's diff height and width, and at the bottom we have the footer diff, right? So now inside the footer we will write using the paragraph tag. Okay, so here I will write copyright. This is prepared for education purpose, right? So copyright symbol, there to add the copyright symbol, this is the syntax that you need to add, right? So just note down this particular syntax you have to add to apply the copyright symbol, right, in your web page. So you can see over here, so copyright symbol appeared. Now I will do one thing, I will bring this paragraph right at the vertical and horizontal center inside the footer. So just inside the footer, this is the footer, so inside the footer if I write here that display flex, right, and align item center and justify content center. So by the combination of these three CSS property, by the combination of these three CSS property, we can simply get this, we can simply get this footer text to be appeared right at the vertical as well as horizontal center. So now inside the footer we have a paragraph, right? So for the paragraph I will just increase the font size. Font size will be increased to 18 px, right? And I will change the color. Color will be white. Okay, but if I change the color to white, it will not appear because the background color is also white, right? So here in the footer I will add the background color. Background color, that will be this color. Okay, now see, you can see now. Fine, I have completed the work with the footer. Now let us do the work with the contact us div. So in the contact us div, here is the contact us div, we can do one thing, we can simply add a picture, right? We can simply add a picture. So to add a background picture, instead of adding the color, I will add a background picture. Okay, inside the image we have a picture. Let's see, contact picture. So how will it appear? Let us see first. So you can see picture has repeated. So first thing I need to do, I have to stop the repetition of the picture. To stop the repetition of the picture, I will write background repeat, no repeat, right? Background repeat, no repeat. So now if I write background repeat, no repeat, the repetition has been stopped. But I need to stage the picture, right? So that it will fit this container, that is the contact container. So I will write the background size, the height will be 100% and the width will be also 100%. So fine, if I do this, you can simply see the picture got fit here, right? Fine. Now, so we can create the contact us form in two separate way. So we can create a query box or registration query box. Through the query box, the user can send some queries. Okay, so or in other way, you can simply give your address, contact number in the contact us page, so that if any user need to contact you, they can simply use your contact detail that you have given in the website to just keep a contact to the owner. Okay, two way you can do. So in the previous lecture I taught you how you can add a query form. So in this picture, in this website, I am not going to create a query box. Instead I will just add those information, right? Phone number, address in this form, right? So in this page, right? So to do that, I will take another div, right? I will take another div inside this contact div, right here. So to take another div, here I will write div, right? So here I will name this div as angle, right? So why I have given the name angle, I will explain it to you. So angle, right? So inside the contact div we have another div. The name of the div that I have given, that is angle. Why? So I will tell you now. So width will be 100%, right? Height will be %, right? Width 100%, height 100%. Now background color I will give black or maybe red. Let me see how it looks, right? Now if I simply look over here, so you can see, so another red color div I have created just over the contact div. That is why the div which was just outside the angle div, that is not visible. To get that div visible, I will give margin left, let's say 50%. Margin left 50%. So let us see how it looks now. If I give margin left 50%, see, so now you can see I have pushed the red color div 50% from the outer contact div. So now half of the div can be visible, right? Now I will do another thing. So here I will write anywhere inside this declaration, I will write just transform skew x, right? And here I will write 20 degree, right? So let's see how it looks now. So just see, this is how it looks. So if I write minus, then this will look something like this, right? Now one thing I will be doing over here, that is in the contact div, this is the outer div, this is the inside div. Remember, this is the outside div, this is the inside div. Just check it over here. Please pay attention. This is the outside div and angle div, that is inside. So now the portion of the angle div which has gone outside the contact div, I don't want to show that part. So if you see, just see my cursor, this portion of the angle div has gone outside the contact div. I don't want to show this portion, this red portion which has gone outside the contact div. This portion I don't want to show to the user, user who are going to access this page, right? To do that, here in the contact div I will add a CSS property. I will write here that OVER, overflow. This is a CSS property, that is overflow hidden. That means if any portion of the objects which are kept inside this contact div is gone, if any portion is gone outside the container, if any portion has gone outside the container, that portion will be hidden. Try to understand. The content which are placed inside the contact div, right? If this content or any portion of the content has gone outside the limit of its container, so the limit has been set with height. This is the limit that has been set. So if any portion of the object has gone outside this contact div, that portion will be hidden, right? Now let me show you. If I go and refresh, so first I have to save this. So I have saved it. Now if I go and refresh, you can see the portion, the red extra portion which was just gone outside this container, now that is hidden, that is invisible to everybody, right? So this is how I have created. Now I can add some information right here. Okay, so to add some information, you can simply write here. You can just simply write here. So you can see inside the angle div. If you want, you can also create a circular div, right? So let me create a circular div. Here if I create a circular div, let's say another div, I will write div. So here I will write id equal to, let's say, circle. So I am creating another circular div inside the angle div. So let me write the CSS over here. So inside the angle div we are going to create a circle div, right? So for the circle div we are going to write the CSS. So let us give the width. The width will be not more than 300 px. Height, that will be not more than 300 px, right? And border will be 1 px solid black, and border radius, that will be 50%. If you give border radius 50%, then it will become a circle, right? Let me show you how it looks. So you can see a circle appeared, right? So now one thing we can do, you can see it appeared like a circle, but skewed circle. Why? Because the container is skewed. As the container is skewed, the circle became skewed. So I will apply this inside the circle, right? For the circle I will declare this, but opposite. If you do this, you can see now it will look like a circle. Fine, now it will look like a circle because the angle div has a transform skew x of 20 degree, and inside the angle div we have got the circle div. Circle div have a transform skew x of 20 degree, that is opposite of 20 minus degree, we have positive 20 degree. Now that is why it became circle. right? So now here in the angle div here I will write display flex, right, and align item center. If I do this display flex and align item center, so by the combination of these two CSS property, the circle will appear right at the vertical center. See, right at the vertical center. So now one thing, if you want to push the circle here, you can give margin left minus, let's say, 120 px. If you do so, or if you give, let's say, 100 px, margin left minus 100 px, remember, you can see minus 100 px. Now I will give a background color, right, background color. Let us give a background color. Let's say I will give a background color of white, right, or I can simply give background color of, say, red background color, okay, and border will be, let's say, 20 px solid black. Okay, let's see how it looks now. Can you see? This is how it looks. Okay, instead of black, you could have made it, let's say, white, and then see how it looks. Okay, or if you make it transparent, then you can simply see this is how this thing will look. Fine. Now if you make the border transparent, then instead of red you can make it white. Okay, so the border will be transparent, or you can simply write here the border will be red. Okay, red border, and inside the white you will write something, red border and white background color. Okay, inside this portion you can write something. So let us write something in this white portion. So here inside the circle leaf you can write something. Let's say you can just use a pre tag to write something. Okay, inside the pre tag you can simply write something. Just write say contact us. Okay, then give the number. Give a number. Okay, you can give 2 number, and the next line you can just write the address, write Kolkata Gold Park. Okay, just writing anything. You will decide what to write in the address. So just go and refresh. You can see this is how it appears. If you want to get it here, okay, so instead of this you could have use the paragraph tag also, or the use the paragraph tag. So to use the paragraph tag, you simply have to use the beer, right? You have to use the beer to break line. Okay, you use the beer. Okay, let's see how it looks if we use the paragraph tag. So now let us write the CSS for the paragraph tag. So you can see under the circle we have got the paragraph tag, and I will write the CSS for the paragraph tag. So text align, that will be at the center. Okay, text align will be at the center. I will increase the font size, will be, let's say, 24px, right? This will be the font size, right? And in the circle I will just do one thing. I will copy this inside the circle so that the paragraph will align at the center. So here I will add this display flex align item center, justified content center. So if I do this, then you can see this will align at the center, right? You can also just do one thing, increase the height, or increase the font size of the contact us. So I will do one thing here, so you can just see here. I will give 2 beer, and here I will be using strong, strong, right? Strong. If I use strong, then you can see. Okay, so this is the address in the contact us, and in different way you can do this. So I want to just do one thing. I will get this photo to here. Okay, so you can see some portion of the Rabindranath Tagore has been gone behind this red circular div, right? So I will do one thing in this circular div. So you can see in this circular div, right here, background, not in the circular div, I am sorry, in this contact div. In this contact div, the background width that I will reduce to 60, right? So width I will reduce to 60. Sorry, this will be 60 and this will be 100. So this is width and this is height, right? So just go and see. Now see, this portion is left. Okay, so I will make it, if I make it 65, then it will be exact 65. Now this will be staged, fine. So now let me remove this border. I will remove the border. So to remove the border, I will just make it transparent. All the border I will change to transparent, also along with the footer border, right? Transparent. Now you can check out over here. Okay, I have removed all the border. This is what we have created today. Now how I link with the menu, right? This is the important thing. We have created all the sections. Now I will go and create a link with the menu. So here you can see this is the home div, this is the home section. So I will just copy the ID, right? I will copy the ID, right? Home div, this thing ID value I will copy, and here I will put it over here, hash, after that ID value. Now in the about Tagore, so you can see about div I have created. So if the it will navigate to this section, right? If user click to the about menu, then that should be come here, right? It should navigate to this section. So I will just copy about, okay, and here I'll write it. Okay, for the gallery we have created this gallery, right? GALLERY. Just simply write GALLERY. And for the contact we have created the contact div, right? At the last there we have created contact, right? So it should come here, contact. So just simply write here contact, CONTACT, contact. So you can see how you can navigate. Now go and check, refresh, see home. This is home only, home page, right? This is the home page, and you can see this is about Tagore, right? Gallery, right? Contact us, right? Contact us, and this is the gallery, right? And this is about Tagore page, right? So and this is the home page at the top. So thank you for watching this lecture, and if you like this, then don't forget to subscribe our channel, and also share this video with your friend, okay, so that everybody will be benefited with this free training sessions. And if you like this video, then please click the like button so that you will be motivated to create more such videos. And thank you to everybody for being patient and watching this lecture till the end. Goodbye.